They should. Worst. Never. The aliens change their wheel later on. And if they go off. Yeah, all of them. They come. Great. Those that hate and do and those that teach. But they kept it all up and down. It doesn't have any sides yet, only two windows. Do we ever let you know or something? Yeah, I don't. Because of a lot of them. And it's so many years. Yeah. I guess the one is. So that's. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, yeah.
It's not gaming. It's not
In front door.
You
I thought you were ignoring.
Did somebody open it for you or did you get?
I need a button.
I see you got it on the agenda.
Well, actually, we could probably go through. Those who are here, yeah, whatever, I'll go.
Joe, are you the race?
Sam, are you want some? Are you want some? Go back down like that. Oh, nice. Usually spread out.
Gordon? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to call to order the Roscoe Village Board meeting. It is Tuesday, June 3rd at 6:34. Shall we all stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Babcock?
Here.
Rhoda?
Here.
We'll make it official.
Me?
Here.
Black?
Here.
Simon?
Here.
Right?
Here.
Gus? Present. May I have a motion to allow the remote attendance of trustee Rhoda?
So moved. Second. Why are we doing this?
A business related absence?
Yes, I'm in Washington DC representing the realtors at our lobbyist days.
To answer your question, yes, we had never followed this formal procedure before. We were reminded meeting ago.
It is what's required under the open meeting, so we should have been doing so.
Every 5 years.
You get that rock in the boat.
Right. Okay, who made the second, please?
Yeah.
I'll like the vote, please. To approve the remote attendance. Right?
Yes.
Simon?
Yes.
Black?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Babcock.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number one, I would like to entertain a motion for the appointment of Carla Jorgensen to fill a vacant unexpired term on the Roscoe Zoning Board of Appeals. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
You have within your packet some general information. And we have a motion and a second. I don't see Carla. Right. Okay, calling for the vote, please.
Black,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Rhoda,
Yes.
Babcock.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number two, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of our May 6th meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in vote, please.
Babcock,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Rhoda,
Yes.
Item three, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of the village board meeting from May 20th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? Right, hearing none,
Simon,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
Rhoda.
Yes.
next item, public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the board regarding items on tonight's agenda? If so, stand up and please state your name.
This is not regarding tonight's agenda, but I would like to speak about
Excuse me one second, your name for the record, please, and
Terry Brock, 5703 Kelmore Drive.
Terry, excuse me one second. For our new clerk, would you please spell your last name?
Brock, Brack.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is not regarding the agenda, but I've talked for the past 3-4 years regarding covering the scribbling on the side of Mary's Sheer Artistry. Now, the village has spent a lot of money and a lot of time trying to beautify the village with all their new projects, which seem to be going along pretty well. And there are new trustees and the board and the administrator is doing a good job. And I wanna say it looks really nice for a start. But everything seems to be getting overlooked. The main thing in my book is covering the side of the Mason's building. And is that painting that leads to nowhere. Now, I talked one time before that we need to get that covered up with maybe some whitewash or some gray paint. And get the citizens' input as to what we need to put on the side of that building. City of Rockford, Loves Park, and McChesney Park has beautiful paintings out there. They mean something to us. They mean something to the citizens. What have we got? It looks like a field with a river in the middle, and that's what it is. Now, I think there's money in the budget, from what I heard, for this year. So, and I think the village has a bucket truck. So can we move forward and get some paint from somewhere and start the project to get the side of that building painted?
Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Going on tonight, under my report, I would like to recognize Sergeant Christopher Wilder. Would you come forward, please? And Chief Hawley is going to honor Chief Wilder, and we are going to recognize his exemplary service on community.
What he loves the best, being up front. Thank you to everybody, first of all the board. Continued support for the police department and everybody for coming tonight. Just a little bit about Sergeant Wilder here. He's been with the department, he just completed 21 years of full-time service, so he'll be leaving us officially on the 26th, but he'll be taking some vacation time prior to that, so that's why we're recognizing him now for it. He's actually been with the department for 32 and a half years, if you count the amount of part-time that he has worked with the village. He has a police officer for part-time patrol officer. Some of the, he's served in roles such as outward liaison officer, field training officer, evidence officer, until he reached the rank of finally retired at the rank of sergeant. So looking forward to spending some time with his family. I'd like to recognize his wife, who is actually probably the true one that's more retiring than anybody. Wife Sarah, his youngest son Barrett, daughter Bailey, and his eldest son Tavian. He's also looking forward to time vacationing and fishing. Where you at, Barrett? I know you can't wait for that, so. Barrett loves to fish, so he's gonna be hounding him every day to go out, so. But
He is.
we just want to recognize him. One of the customary things in law enforcement is everybody in law enforcement has a wallet badge. So we'd like to recognize him with a retired and give him a retired sergeant's badge along with retired identification.
Thank you, the board, soon. I'll miss you, but
But not.
I'm tired.
Sergeant Miles,
Time to move on. I need to do something
no,
different.
but you can't escape another question from me.
Yes,
When you first began, why did you choose law enforcement? What was the exciting?
my father. My father was working here. Dad was the chief. Started the sheriff's department, Winnebago Village, Rockton Village, came here. Retires chief here. Family thing.
The family legacy. Thank you very much.
I also would probably like to add, his father just passed not too recently, but I know he's so proud of what Chris has accomplished, and he's still here today. No matter what, he's with this department, just like you will always be as well. So, and thank you for being such a good friend too throughout the career. Actually, one of my FTOs at one point. So,
Yeah, I helped train Sam when he started us. So.
But congratulations to
Thank you,
again.
David?
Yeah.
I won't be shy. I have to come and get these two lines there.
So, fine. Brian, Kelvin.
He really had very lucky. But, you know.
Get in like you're right. There you go.
Yeah. Yes.
But when he.
I think, yeah, didn't get out of the kiddos. They are a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, did ever create your water?
No. Yeah, fine.
Congratulations.
Moving on to item number 5. Within your shared folder, you have a great deal of information regarding the grocery tax that is scheduled to be eliminated January of 2026. You have a packet that explains the history of this. Now, this grocery tax is something that has always existed in the state of Illinois. It's levied at 1%, and those revenues collected are returned to municipalities. You have within your shared folder a look at how many dollars municipalities stand to lose with the elimination of this tax. Now, what the Illinois General Assembly has allowed to happen or has empowered home rule and non-home rule jurisdictions to do is to restore this 1% tax by a vote of the board. And if you so choose to do that, action would have to be taken by October, and then the tax collection would continue at the first of the year. Now, within those documents, you see the village of Roscoe will lose approximately $100,000 if this tax collection, if this source of revenue is not restored. That equates to one entry-level police officer. It equates to the rental expenses for our snowplows and other public works equipment, as well as the public works vehicles. We speak of building additional parks as new subdivisions come online, playground equipment to outfit a park generally with the equipment and the mulch and all that kind of stuff is in excess of $100,000. So what I would ask you to do is to read through all of the documents. You'll see that the impact per family is minimal. Those families that are at the first and second quartile, income quartile, generally receive benefits that are not subject to this 1% tax, and their savings would amount to about $1.64 a year. Those individuals at the upper quartiles would, in effect, save $60 or $80. So that amount is minimal per family, but the aggregate amount is quite significant for the municipality. So again, you have a 2024 study that takes a look at the impact of its elimination. It takes a look at the pros and cons, the arguments that have been floated for and against it. And again, our next meeting at the Committee of the Whole, it will be on the agenda. You'll be asked to discuss it and take a position. The municipalities throughout Winnebago County have basically approached it in this manner, providing general information to the board, to the general public, and working in concert here to make a decision sometime in the month of July so that we can make the October deadline. Questions? Thank you. So as I said, it will be on the Committee of the Whole in our next meeting with a recommendation one way or another to the board. All right, in addition, but not here on the agenda, you have before you last meeting, you voted the special event permit for All World. So this is their official invitation. I asked Ian to send out to you electronically the invitation. There's a link for you to RSVP. So if you choose to go, they ask that you RSVP by the 6th. So that should be in your email. All right, moving on. Item number 6, the cash report and the bills. May I have a motion to pay bills? So you have a paper here. But bills are an amount to. Bills you're being asked to pay tonight. Total expenditures are of $124,596.55. The payroll is $113,314.08, with a total of $237,910.63. So we have a motion from Mr. Babcock to pay the bills. Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any questions regarding the expenditures? Okay, hearing none. Please.
Black,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Bright,
Yes.
me,
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
Rhoda,
Yes.
Item number 8. May I have a motion to approve resolution 2025 R26? This is to approve bid specifications and bid letting for our Class D patching program for 2025.
So move. Second.
Questions? And calling for the vote, please.
me,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Babcock,
Yes.
Rhoda,
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I-
Yes.
Item number 9, may I have a motion to approve ordinance 2025-09? This is to amend section 5-1 of the Village Code of Ordinances to establish hours at Chicory Ridge Park between the hours of sunrise and sunset. This only applies to Chicory Ridge Park.
I'll move.
Second,
Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
I wasn't here last time.
Certainly,
Why are we only doing Chicory Ridge? Why
That
don't we
was-
do any other parks?
that was the conclusion of the committee. And the issue of vandalism and the concerns of residents in that area. And thought that this would be a better way to maintain.
Just you also talked about ball and sports and activities out here.
And the other parts.
So it'd be difficult to have that uniformly in the summer.
Yeah, I know we just have other parks too that don't have sports in them, so that's why I was asking.
If we have a motion and a second,
Me,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Rhoda,
yes.
Simon,
Yes.
Rebecca.
Yes.
number 10, may I have a motion to approve ordinance 2025-08, approving a text amendment to Article 13 of Village of Roscoe zoning ordinance related to planned unit developments. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
If you remember the conversation, this change is to create a two-step process whereby the applicant can present a general plan for development without going through all of the necessary hoops and costs of a full-blown detailed plan. And then the second step would be the creation of the precise implementation plan. It was advised by our zoning consultant that this would offer relief to applicants, speed up the process, and is a better practice than what currently exists. So we have a motion and a second.
Rhoda,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Simon,
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Item number 11, may I have a motion to approve resolution 2025 R27, authorizing the execution of an agreement and payment in the amount of $5,000 for the settlement of the James M. Payton versus Village of Roscoe et al. Cause number 23-L-013106 in Cook County. This was the asbestos litigation and it extracts the village for the total of $5,000. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Me,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Rhoda,
Yes.
Simon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nothing under new business. Questions and reports for this evening. Any other public comment germane to the topics? Hearing none, no need for executive session. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Meeting adjourned at 6:55.
I think it's a new clerk. It's.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.